Hey, what's up guys? Joker here, hope you're all doing well. Today I'm going to be presenting you with some benchmarked gameplay for Dying Light 2, which is available now. It came out last night around 7 p.m. Eastern time, so I'm going to be giving you some benchmark gameplay here on the 3080 Ti, maxed out to the hilt with all the ray tracing and stuff like that. The ray tracing in this game is just on a whole other level. I mean, we're talking like Metro Exodus, that was probably one of the most ray traced titles out there. This surpasses that for sure as the real benchmark for ray tracing now. This is the most ray tracing game that we've seen up until this point, other than that Titanic Honor and Glory mega demo that came out earlier this week. Check that out. Absolutely brutal, even harder to run than this, honestly. So yeah, playing 4K, maxed out with the ray tracing, DLSS on the quality setting, and I'm just going to warn you ahead of time, as you'll be seeing here, the frame rate's not fantastic with the ray tracing on. But that really is just the ray tracing. But that's what I wanted to kind of take a look at here today, because this game has kind of ruined all in-game lighting for me. Like, I don't think I'm going to be able to, like, I don't know how I'm going to go back to, games without ray trace lighting and completely flat-looking environments. I mean, that's how the game kind of looks if you turn off the ray tracing stuff. It looks really flat, but, it's still a good-looking game overall. And honestly, if you whack off the ray tracing, your frame rate will double instantly, and honestly, it didn't even need DLSS. If I wasn't using ray tracing. So outside of using the ray tracing, the game runs fantastic. But I just wanted to present it maxed out to you guys so you guys can see how it can look in all its glory, and it really just makes me want an RTX 4090 so I can barely maintain 60 frames per second in this game. So I'll probably be doing most of my playing in the future in co-op without ray tracing on, or maybe I'll just use like one effect or something like that, like reflections or something along those lines. But let's go ahead and take a jump into the options menu. Thankfully, this game does have a dedicated full screen mode. I don't know why some games recently have been omitting that, like God of War doesn't have a dedicated full screen mode, only has borderless. Thankfully, you can use a resolution scale slider in that game to keep it full screen, but I think a lot of people are kind of missing out on that, because a lot of people are saying, oh, I can't lower the resolution. Well, you got to use the resolution slider, but it's not a perfect solution, so I'm happy this has a dedicated full screen. Never thought I'd have to even think about that in 2022. 4K here, VSync off, DLSS is on quality, but it's also got balance and performance, and it's got FSR options. If you are using an AMD card, you want to take advantage of that, or you can disable all upscaling if you want to go ahead and do so. Thankfully, by default, the film grain effect was off. Nice to see that. Absolutely hate film grain effects in video games, and thankfully they disabled it rather than forcing it on you by default. Also a colorblind mode, so nice to have that in there. And we'll go ahead and jump into the advanced graphics options. This is the first title I recall seeing that actually has DirectX 12 Ultimate, which is like an upgraded version of DirectX 12 API to have ray tracing and all sorts of different ray tracing tech that wasn't, I guess, possible on previous versions of DirectX 12. So this is in the game, and I believe it might be the first title. I was also benchmarking with async compute enabled. You can see we've got sharpness and game screen size sliders here. You can also adjust the FOV, which sadly is like, it's not like a real FOV number, like 90 or whatever, or 80. It's just like a plus or minus system, like whatever the hell that means. I was playing with it on +4, and that seemed about where I would like it. And all of these are on the highest option, so if you see it on high, that's just the highest that it goes. We've got anti-aliasing. Not really sure what the solution is there, but I believe it might be TAA. I've also got motion blur, which I've gone ahead and disabled for this, as I always turn that off in games because it's horrendous. Particle quality is on high. For sun shadows, we are running on ray traced soft shadows. That's the highest that goes. There's not any toggleable like levels for ray tracing. It's either you're running the game on one of its built-in settings, or you're using ray tracing. So that's really the only option. It's ray tracing on or it's off. We've also got contact shadow quality, ambient occlusion quality, which is ray traced, global illumination quality, which is ray traced. We've got ray traced reflections and a ray traced flashlight. First time seeing that in a game. It's kind of cool, I guess. And then we've also got fog quality. So those are all the options in the game. There's not a ton, and if I was being a bit persnickety, honestly, the only thing I really kind of complain about is the FOV, because I have no idea what the fuck +4 means. Like, just give me a real degree, like a real number, like, I don't know, like every other game in history, besides some that have like sliders. I guess some games do have a slider, which also, again, stupid. Stop doing that, developers. Put a real fucking number there so I can set it to the number I know that I like from other games, which would be 90 for me personally. Some people like it higher, some people like it lower if they want it more narrow. But 4 seems to be about 90 to me, honestly. It didn't look too fisheye, and it also didn't look too narrow, so that's what I ended up landing on. So after a brief word from a sponsor, I'm going to leave you guys with about the first 15-20 minutes of benchmarked gameplay for Dying Light 2, which is available now over on Steam. Check it out. Ta-ra. But first, today's video is brought to you by PrimeTechMart.com, where you can save money on software like Windows 10 Pro licenses for under $25. They've also got Windows 10 Home for under $20, and now Windows 11 Pro you can grab over on PrimeTechMart.com. They've also got Office 2019 and the new Office 2021. And if you want to save an additional 20% at checkout on Windows 10 or any other software, go ahead and click Buy It Now, and during the checkout process, go ahead and put JP20 in and apply that coupon, and that'll give you 20% off of any software that you happen to pick up over there. So for Windows 10 Pro, you can see it dropped our price down from $24.46 to under $20. So be sure to hit up the links down in the description below, and don't forget to use my coupon code JP20 at checkout for an additional 20% off.
You've been kicking around for what, 4 years now? And you're still alive.
So are you.
I know, but I'm fucking awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Seriously, I wish I had as much energy as you. Got a new lead on Jane?
Nah, trail went cold after New Paris.
Which route did you take? Through Baines or Gary?
Baines. What a shithole. Some 5 rickety huts left and a ramshackle fence.
Look at that. A beehive full of honey. Can't let an opportunity like this go to waste.
No way.
Oh, look around. If we're lucky, there's chamomile growing here too. We've known each other for a long time, but I'll still get pissed off at you if you don't hurry. You know what chamomile looks like, right?
Yeah, this'll do.
You remember that old herbalist we helped escort to her village?
Oh, yeah, the one that had that saying, remember, chamomile and honey are gifts that keep giving.
Combine them and lucky you just might go on living. Come on, we're almost there. This is it. Come on.
Wow.
Somebody had a nice crib. Damn it, locked. I'll try to get through here. You check the other side. Take anything we could use.
Yeah, sure. Party. But by then the GRE would have long since lost control of the virus. Empty. Nothing in here. What the?
Hey, everything all right?
Yeah, just rats.
I think it's time we parted ways.
Why?
I'm starting to worry about you. And you know our saying. If you're starting to worry about someone, it means it's time to go.
Nothing here. I wonder how the wine tasted back then. Hoodoo you voodoo. Sounds familiar. Nada. Zip. That's heartbreaking.
There's nothing like a party to celebrate the end of the world.
They died on their own terms.
Let's hope we get that lucky, too. I'll see what's upstairs. You check out the garden, okay?
Okay. At least they had each other. She was classy. Dearest Mary, I'm sorry I ran from you. They say that once the virus makes you turn, you're gone forever. That can't be true. I know you're still in there, underneath all that pain and disease. I'm coming to join you. No more running. God.
Hey, come here. Check this out. Sit down, buddy. For you.
A gift?
A gift from the heavens, to be more accurate. I've just found it, by the owner's dead body. May it be of more use to you. Here.
It's gone flat.
Look at you and your sophisticated palate. Drink. Who would have thought the end of the world could be so peaceful?
And at least until night falls.
True. I wish Crane could have seen this.
Who?
Doesn't matter. I tracked down that guy for you.
What guy?
Quit pretending. You became a pilgrim to track that fucker down. Waltz. I found someone who knows him.
Hey, what? And you're only telling me now?
When I tossed you a beer, thought you guessed right away we were celebrating. The guy's in Villedor. Supposedly he knows something about Waltz.
Villedor. So I'm that close, huh? Hey, I got a favor to ask you. You deliver this to Gary? It's on your way. People don't like pilgrims there, but they pay well.
And where do people like pilgrims?
Well, they're afraid of us. Everyone does their best to survive.
Maybe. But when something needs to be transported through the hordes of infected, then suddenly they're knocking on our doors. All right, but you owe me one.
Not just one. So what about that guy?
Well, I talked to him over the radio. He didn't tell me his name. Sounds like he's got something to hide. See that antenna on the hill? That'll help you contact the informant. He'll be listening for you at dawn on a frequency of 140.200 megahertz. Told him he'd hear from you soon.
What does he want in return?
Didn't say. But he didn't sound like the kind of guy who does things for free.
I don't think that kind of guy exists.
What? What about me?
You're an old fart who likes racing me, and makes me ask around about his crazy girlfriend.
Hey. She's not crazy. Jane's just maybe, well, a little hot-headed. And she's always getting herself into trouble. But if you could get a load of her...
Whoa, all right. Still too early in the evening for that sort of talk.
Eyes? I was gonna say eyes. Beautiful. Steely. Huge.
Never heard anyone get so worked up about gray eyes.
Because you don't know shit about the world, let alone women.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I'm telling you, I'll finally find Jane. We'll set up a house. We're gonna live there. No one's gonna drive us out. And I'll stop wondering like a moron.
I'll drink to that.
And that Waltz, what's his deal? Is he family?
No, not at all.
Then why are you looking for him? Will you tell me sometime?
Yeah, one day.
Well, my time's up.
So when will I see you again, huh? In another 2 years?
Maybe. Take care, man. I hope you find that Waltz guy, or whoever you're looking for. And remember, 140.200 megahertz. At dawn, the guy's waiting for you.